So the main reason to have this field day was more so to give graziers the access to the information that they may or may not have known, but to have it in an area that, or a situation that everyone feels a bit more comfortable in being out in the paddock underneath gidgee trees.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, actually it's good as everyone around south below us, you know, as saying, you know, there is no field days held down this way. And I think that's why we're going to end up with a pretty big turnout.
Gydia Park was chosen for the reason that Dick Krube is incredibly hands-on on the property. He's incredibly passionate about them, but he's also incredibly passionate about the production rates and the land in which they graze on, and so pasture management as well, and getting the most out of that he's able to. I also know that there hasn't been a lot of field days down around in this area there of Yarraka, Isisford, so to have one here, a lot of people thought, well, we may as well go and see what everyone else has been experiencing and see how good it is for themselves.
What we've done now is that we've taken it and we're taking it to smaller operators that simply do what this machine's doing here. It's simply just capturing the data from those smaller mobs of animals, being able to present to the grower on a daily or weekly basis the data that he can see with weight gains, etc., of what's happening with those cattle. Yeah, just a matter of not having those mustering costs, being able to have the handle on what amount of pasture he has left in a paddock, with what weight gains he's achieving from that paddock, the number of animals that he's got achieving weights that he has set, and being able to see that very clearly, very easily, whether it be via a telephone or a computer.
So there's two bits of data that the e-beef project's trying to gather, and the first is the life weight data that the walkover weigher will take on board. And the second bit of data that we're trying to explain is a satellite greenness index, which is called the NDVI, and that really tracks across your whole paddock the value of how green your pastures might be. So generally the score is between 0, which means that it's bare ground or the pasture is very stressed, right through to 1, which is, you know, full growth and the grass is super green.
So we're looking at some of the pasture here, and it's actually looking in really good condition. And by condition, we're talking about land condition. That takes into account the capacity of that pasture to respond with quality forage after rain. So here we've got a whole lot of what we call 3P plants. So they're palatable, perennial and productive, and Mitchell grass is a really good example of that.
And I think we've got to about 90 today, so really, really happy with the turnout, where people are interested in the technology and the information that we have, but because it shows that they're open to new options and they're open to help from technology that was once thought as daunting and scary, so it's a good thing to see.